Welcome to Gamer Ability. I'm your host Sixpenny and I'm back with another PGA Tour 2K21 tutorial video. I'm going to continue on the full tutorial hole series. Today we're going to be playing Resmondo Match Club. If you enjoy this video and want to see more tutorials, drop a like, leave a comment down below, and subscribe to the channel to stay up to date on all my new videos and live streams. So we're going to go ahead and head into the course. You can see we're playing in tough conditions, so very firm fairways, firm greens, and fast. So it's going to be a lot more challenging than the last full hole tutorial video. So here we are on the first tee. Always off the tee, think of course management first. Pick the landing spot. So if we look, the full driver, there's danger everywhere. It's downhill 38 feet. It's going to add around 14 yards to it, a little bit less. That's going to be too far. That's too much. 13 yards added to the shot. It's going to roll into the rough. Or if we miss hit it to the right, we're going to be in the bunker. Miss hit it to the left on a fast, we're going to be in the woods. So the other options would be to actually take some off, hit a full 3-wood, downhill 36. It's going to add 12 yards. So it's going to carry about 260. Let's look at 260. Land right here into this upslope. The wind's going to add a few yards. That's actually a very good shot to hit. We can check our caddy book. If we land around 270, it's going to give us 165 yards. That's quite a bit. So I'm going to close that gap. What I'm going to do, I'm actually going to hit a partial driver. I don't want to de-loft it because I'm going to get too much forward roll on firm fairways. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to hit this about 267, aim towards this right side of the fairway because I don't want to be over here in this rough. I would actually rather be in these bunkers or in this bunker than I would be in the rough in these areas. I go for a slight fast drive. Always do a practice swing off the first tee. Slight fast, that's what I want. 93, maybe take off a little bit more than 93. And let's hit the shot. It's looking nice. We got actually perfect power. It's going to land 267. Exactly what we wanted. And watch this roll. Course management came into play there. We found the fairway. The other option there, I know I said you could de-loft the driver. That would take off about 15 or 20 yards on a full de-loft, but it also would erode for miles on the very firm fairways. So that's why I didn't hit the shot. So we're moving in to an approach shot here. Not a lot of work to do. We put ourselves in good position. Pick your landing spot next. So as we take a look, where would I rather, if I miss, what's a better spot to miss from, short or far? In this case, I would rather miss short than far. So I'm going to go I'm going to aim in front of the hull instead of going right for this. So I want to land this about 115 because when it hits, it's going to hit, roll up a few yards, and probably start making its way back just a little bit. We have a tailwind, which is going to add more front spin. My bet is we're going to end right near this grid line if this shot was hit perfect. That'd be about 118. So let's take into account elevation. So 10 feet downhill, we're going to divide that number by 3. That gives us 3 yards. So since it's downhill, that's going to add 3 yards to the shot. So in order to hit 115, I need to take off 3 yards, so 112. Next, we have a tailwind of about 5 miles per hour with the pitching wedge. You can look at the chart, my charts, you can look at my wind video and get the exact number. This one's going to add about 3 to 5 yards. I'm going to play it as about 3 yards, so let's take an additional 3 off. 109. So this is going to be a partial pitch. You could hit a partial pitch here, or you can go down to the 107 and do a little bit de-lofted. You may not even need a de-loft because of the downhill lie. But what I'm going to do in this case, I said I would rather miss short than far, right? So I'm not going to hit the 116 partial 109 because I have the potential of not hitting the partial right and going way too far. So I'm going to go down to the gap wedge 107. We have a slight downhill lie, which is going to add a few yards. Look at this lie, a significant left to right lie angle. We need to go about 15 clicks and now account for the lie. So red lie angles they could be anywhere from 15 flicks, 11 flicks, 20 flicks. I mean, there's so much variety in them. The wind is a little bit left to right, so, but I don't think I'm going to add any more. Let's do our practice swing, see if we can hit that perfect tempo. I don't need to de-loft it because I'm going to hit a 101 power instead of de-lofting it. That's 99 perfect, but I'm going to go for 101. 99. We'll see if that downhill lie carried enough. Perfect. 116. We wanted to land at 115. So that downhill lie added just enough to where I didn't need the 101.
Yeah, that's gonna do just
what a shot.
fine.
Now, on these short putts,
okay, could be a birdie on the scorecard if you drop this.
you can look for the ghost break. Now, when you see people moving slowly, they're lining the bottom of their monitor with the grid to see if the left side, if the right side is not on the screen and you can see the left grid lines, that means it's actually breaking left to right. It's just the bead is not actually moving. So we have a little left to right break there. Let's check the next grid. I don't actually usually do this. I do it sometimes just to test. I don't overthink these. It's breaking a little bit left to right, but it's hard. It's barely. And this one is basically flat. So go back to the normal distance it tells you on short putts. It's a very good holding speed. I'm actually going to play this as straight in. It looks straight in. Do our practice swing. And then send it in. It was straight in. So don't overthink those ghost breaks. Just go for it. Alright, so I know, keep in mind in these videos, I don't actually play this slow in my rounds. I have all this stuff memorized. I just want to go slow so I can help you learn the game. And if you ever have any questions about anything, let me know in the comment sections down below. Let's take a look. We have a par 3, 165 yards. Let's pick our landing spot. We have a funnel in the back. So we could go right for this, which is what I'm going to do. Because if we land around 152, it's going to roll out about 10 to 15 yards, especially with the tailwind. So 10 would be 62, a little bit more, and we have a chance to roll off this back towards the hole. So I'm actually going to go for 151. I want to land it a little past there, 152 on this left slope. It's going to bounce and make its way towards the hole. So let's look at elevation. 11 divided by 3, basically 4. So we need to take 4 yards off to still land at 153. The wind, we have 8 miles per hour. It's basically a straight tailwind. It's going to add anywhere from 5 to 8 yards. I'm going to play it as 6 yards because I would rather miss short than I would far off the back of the green. So always think course management. This shot, we would rather miss short than far. We would rather miss to the left than right, because if we miss to the right, we're either going to have a very challenging putt over here or a chip. If we hit to the left here, even if it hits this fairway, it's likely going to work its way all the way back towards the hole. Okay, so 149 is where we were at. The wind's going to add I'm going to play it as 5 yards now since it's moved a little bit to a cross tailwind. Let's take off. So 144 is where I need to hit it. What's the easiest club? Let's go down to 151. 142 is actually not a bad club either, because 142 with a 101 power is going to land about 145, which is going to be right around where we wanted to land it. So that's what I'm going to do. We need to account for the wind. We have a little bit of a left to right cross tailwind. For this, it's about 1.5. So that would be about, I'm going to do 8 clicks over to the left. Let's do our practice swing. Tempo's looking pretty good, but remember I need to go, if I hit it fast, I don't need a 101. That's actually a perfect swing. Okay, a little on the fast. I said I'd rather miss left. Watch, it's going to hit this fairway and still make its way towards the hole. Come on. Come back. This is going to be a tough putt.
16 feet
Since I did not use shot shaping there, so no spin, it hit the firm fairway and caused it to not catch the backspin, so it didn't roll all the way down this slope. So we're stuck with a dangerous downhill putt. I approach these very cautiously. So you can assign numbers to them. That's my normal system. If we assign the first one, our ball is sitting in the middle, I'm going to assign that a 2. This is about a 5, so 7. It's about a 3, so 10. It's about a 3, so 13. And then it's going to continue breaking a little bit to the right. I'm going to go 14, and then it's going to not break at all. So 14 clicks. I'm going to aim at the hole, aim 14 to the left. I play this cautiously, so I use 1.5 times 6 inches downhill. I need to aim about 10 yards less, 9 yards. So I'm going to go right at 6. I know this seems short, but I do not want to go too far here, because if I hit it too far, we're going to have a tough putt coming back. Since we're hitting this so soft, I'm going to aim a little bit more to the left, add a few more clicks, and let's go for it. Come on, get in there. Perfect.
Ooh,
Dead center. That's a safe putt. You're still going in with a good holding speed. You're just not risking going too far. Now as we move into hole number 3 here, this is a wide open fairway. I don't want to miss into the left in the woods, so I'm actually going to aim to the right. We have a little bit of a cross headwind, which is going to take off about 6 to 10 yards, but if I hit a fast, it's really not going to affect it. Uphill lie is going to 30 divided by 10. It's going to put us to about 85, but we're going to fast this and crush this ball into the fairway.
Can't place my finger on it. Something was
So
off on
I
that
even
swing, though.
missed that very fast. Oh, and it's going to come up too short. Yikes. That's a big miss hit, but this will be a good learning
Here's your
experience.
second shot here on the 3rd.
Course management didn't come through all the way because I crushed it very fast. That's how much distance it takes off. Slight fast is good, very fast is not. So we're in the sand, hitting into an uphill lie. We can already see that, and a right to left lie. Let's pick our landing spot though. If we miss far, it could hit back here and roll back towards the hole. If we miss short, we have a chance of rolling all the way back. So in this case, I'm going to try to land it right at the hole. So 113. Look at elevation next. 21 divided by 3, that's 7. I need to go 120. The wind, we have a 7 miles per hour cross headwind. Basically, it's going to double that. It's going to take off about anywhere between 10 and 14 yards. I'm going to play it as 12 yards. So it's add 12. It'd be basically 32. If we hit 133 times 0.9, the high number of the scale, it's going to go 120. It's going to be too short. So we need to go up a club, 142, hit a full swing, and go right for this. Next, I know we don't have the grid line in the sand, but it is right to left, so count by aim. I'm going to aim about 11 flicks of the stick to the right to aim, and then we have a little bit of a left to right cross headwind, so I'm going to aim about, I'm going to times 8 by 1.5. That's basically what my wind data says, so I'm going to go about 12 clicks over to the left. So that's my aim. Let's do a practice swing. Make sure we have the swing. I need to make sure I hit a 100 and perfect here. A fast is going to take out the wind's effect. It's going to really dampen the wind's effect by probably 25 or 50%. So let's go for this. A little on the slow side. We're going to come up too short. We did a 98% swing with the slow. It's not going to catch there. So we're probably going to be chipping it. That's what happens when you miss a fairway. But you're going to miss fairways. If we hit that, we had the right club, because if I hit that 100 or 101 perfect, it's going to get up that hill. Okay, let's see. So when you're looking at the chip, if we hit a sand wedge here, 8, it's going to roll out up the hill about 4 to 5 yards. Most likely 4. That would put us at 12, which would be almost right at the hole. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to hit the 9, because I want to go right for this. It's going to hit, go straight, bounce, start rolling to the right at the end. We're going to read it just like a putt. So 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to aim 4 clicks, hit a full swing, and go for this. Fasted it. So fast kicked us to the left. We had great speed there.
Through with the chip.
If that's hit perfect, we're probably in.
This
This short putt, I don't think about them. I aim a little bit further than it says and go for it.
All right, let's see what the scorecard says.
So still a solid performance. First 2 holes. Had missed the fairway
And that has kept you
off the
at
tee
2
on
under
hole
par.
number 3, but still hit a fairly solid recovery shot. If I actually hit that club the way I wanted, we would have been sitting up there closer to the hole. I hope you found this full hole tutorial series helpful, hearing my thought process and how I approach different shots. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more tutorials like this in the future, drop a like, leave a comment down below, and subscribe to the channel to stay up to date on all my new videos. As always, have a fantastic day, and I'll see you soon.